No, let's look at time from the standpoint of the spirit, right? What is your concept of time when you go to sleep? Think about the question and answer. Like I said, sometimes we have many thoughts, but we're not really established in one truth. Many thoughts, no truth. When you go to sleep, what is your concept of time? When you get up in the mornings and you said you had a good 8 hours sleep, how do you know that? You know why you know that? Is this. Because you know that you went to bed around 8:30 p.m. and you get up about 6. So you already know that the distance between these 2 hours is about an 8-hour period. So you can say you slept for about 8 hours. But what happens when you fall asleep during the day? Sometimes you think you just had a 5 minute sleep. But when you realize the time, when you check the time to know that, okay, you went to bed about 2 o'clock and now it's about 4:30, you realize what? An entire 2.5 hour period was passed. Right? When you go to sleep and you said you slept well, how do you know you slept well? How do you know you sleep well? What is it that know? What is it that knows that you slept well? Is it the mind? Your mind was not there. It is your spirit. This is it is a knowing spirit. It's not just an emptiness. It is a knowing spirit. It's an aware spirit. It is the spirit that knows. The mind only carries perception of knowing. This is where truth and understanding reside. Right? So when you're looking at time from the spirit, guess what it is? Eternal. For example, you're just coming off your weekend. How do you perceive time? Your weekend went by fast, right? Why was that? Because you're happy. Happy. When you're in a state of happiness, time does not seem to exist. Because there is no mind there. Like you go to the beach, guess what? You're just in that moment. It's like the mind goes away. And you're there in the what? In the eternal. This is why. How long did Jacob wait for his wife? How many years? 7 years. Oh my goodness. Jacob waited 7 years for his wife, right? 7 years is a long time, depending on how it is spent. No. What did he say about this 7 years? I think like he said something like it was like 7 days, right? Why would 7 years seem like 7 days for a person? Because this time period was experienced from the spirit, which comes down in what? Patience. When it is experienced from the spirit of patience, time does not seem to exist. For example, if you're waiting for your wife to get ready Even though it's just 10 minutes, it seems like a long time. If you're at the restaurant waiting for your food to get ready and it's been 20 minutes, guess what? You're going to be like, where's. You're waiting for your child to get ready to get out the house to go to school. It's like a long time. But when the spirit of patience, this is why patience is an attribute of the spirit. God is a spirit. Time does not exist there. This is beyond time. This does not exist in time. Your spirit does not exist in time. Time is just a concept of the human mind. Your spirit is beyond time. So when you talk about no, what do you really mean? When you went to the beach last summer, guess what? In that moment you refer to it as no. You had dinner yesterday, you refer to it as no. You're making breakfast at this moment, you refer to it as no. When you were a child, whatever you did, you refer to it as no. Because it is eternal. It is from the concept of the human mind. You have something called can you go to these places? You can only go there in your thought. You cannot go back to a place called the past. You cannot go to a place called the future. It's just the mental attachment. Why we have this? When this goes away, these go away. So this is why we suffer from anxiety and depression because of this. When you are here, the only thing you will experience is what? Peace. Again, another attribute of the spirit. So again, to finalize the fourth day, he did not create the sun, the moon, and the stars on the fourth day. These things are celestial. When it says in the beginning God created the heaven and the earth, created the heaven, yes. What is in the heaven? Sun, moon, constellations, clouds, etc. All the other objects, all the other elements, they were created. When he says, let there be light, guess what? He just gave the office to the sun. He did not say, let there be lights. Let there be light. One. So what was the first witness or evidence of that the first day took place? The sun. What was the first witness that the first night took place? Moon and constellations. We need to come into one truth about the understanding of time, not holding on to different perceptions, so we cannot come to an understanding. Even if the sun and the moon were created on the fourth day, it would not change the fact that the seventh day is the seventh day. It's just like if you go to the if you go to the car store, on the first day they made the car body. The second day they made the tires. The third day they made the seats. The fourth day they made the engine. The fifth day they made the steering. The sixth day they made the glasses. The seventh day they made the rims. The fact that the engine was made on the fourth day, does it change the operation of the car? No, it does not. So don't be using silly thoughts just to go against the knowledge of the Most High. And the fourth day he got them in order to do service unto us. We will know when it's springtime, we will know when it's that. Don't do that. So I hope this gives a clear understanding, or at least get you to do what? To have your truth of time, so you can get rid of the other unimportant thoughts that is causing disturbance to your understanding. Shalom.